Namaste everyone, it's the Chess Puzzler. Thanks once again for coming back to my channel for this ninth installment of Chess Puzzles. Today's theme is called Taimanov's Knight Check. With the help of an example, let us see what this theme is about. As the name suggests, this theme involves a knight sacrifice. However, the knight sacrifice has to be on a particular square. In this case, it is going to be g3. It could also be b3, b6, or g6, depending on where the opponent king is going to be. So that's the point number one. The second thing to keep in mind is to not have an aimless knight sacrifice. It should be guarded by a pawn on the fifth rank. In this case, it's the fourth rank. The objective behind this sacrifice is to open the h file where the rook or the queen can come into play and deliver the checkmate. Keeping these 2 points in mind, let us solve this puzzle together. We are going to start with knight sacrifice on g3. The h file is opened. That comes with a discovered check. If you noticed carefully, the black bishop is eyeing on the g1 square, which makes it impossible for the white king to move to the g1 square. So the only way how white can defend this check is by knight to h2, and rook h2 is actually a checkmate. It cannot take the rook, cannot go to g1, so the white king is trapped. Keeping these two critical points in mind, I am going to present three puzzles today for you to solve in, like always, increasing levels of difficulty. The first puzzle is right here. It's white to move. Please pause the video and think for a solution and come back when you're ready. Staying true to the key principles of this theme, we are going to start with a knight sacrifice on g6. But you must be wondering that, hey, we do not have an attacking pawn on the h file. Well, in this case, it does not matter. Why? Because when we start with knight to g6 check, black has no other option but to take on g6 with the pawn, thus opening the h file for us. Our attacking piece, both the rooks are behind the wall of pawns, but we have a beautiful queen that can come to h3 and leverage this semi-open h file. Now let's see this entire thing in entirety. It starts with knight g6. Black will be forced to take on g6, thus semi-opening the h file, which will be followed by queen h3 check. It's a useless move, but bishop h4, queen h4, checkmate. I hope you are able to capture the essence of the Taimanov's knight check. With that, the second puzzle is right in front of you. Please pause the video. Think of all the possible variations until the end to improve your visualization power and your confidence in the game of chess. It's white to move. Come back when you're ready. Right. I hope you were able to think of all the possible variations in this case. Let's see how the solutions will go. The key things to keep in mind is our bishop eyeing on the g8 square, thus blocking the escape of the black king. We have an attacking pawn on the fifth rank, and we have our knight which can jump onto the g6 square to sacrifice itself and open the h file. Let's see how it plays out. We'll start with the knight sacrifice on g6, thus opening the h file, followed by the black rook coming to f7. We will take on f7, queen f8, and queen h5. There were only a few things that black could do to prevent this move. Bishop comes to h6. We will capture with our bishop. Queen tries to delay the checkmate, but it's inevitable. Discovered check by moving our bishop to g5. Queen tries to delay it a bit more, but queen h6 is checkmate. All these squares are unavailable for the black king. However, there are a few variations in this move. After white takes on g6, it is possible that the black will play bishop to f6. In this case, we will directly jump our queen to h5. The king will go to g7 and queen h7 is checkmate. Another possible move after h taking on g6 for black is to move the black bishop to e5. The principle remains the same. The queen will jump on h5, king g7. Now, instead of our queen coming to h7, thus giving black an escape square on f6, we will simply play bishop h6 check. The king can still go to f6, but queen g5 checkmate. I hope all of these variations were visible to you. If not, just watching these patterns and these puzzles and these solutions will definitely help you improve your chess. With that, I'm bringing the final puzzle of the day. It is black to move. Please take your time to think about all the different variations until the white king is dead. Right, let's start with the solution. We can see that our black knight can jump to the g3 square, although there is no attacker on the fourth rank. We have our queen ready to attack from the h file. Let's start with knight g3 check. Now, white has multiple options. The first option is for it to capture our knight with the queen. In that case, we just got a free rook, followed by h4, because otherwise queen takes on f1 is checkmate. The king has some wiggle room, so it moves to h2, followed by queen g1, h3, queen gobbles up the pawn, and in the next 10 to 12 moves, white will be checkmate. However, after knight to g3, instead of the queen, if the pawn takes on g3, obviously we cannot move our queen on the h file just yet because the pawn would just take. We will redirect our rook from the a file to the h file. And this vision comes only when you're matured in chess enough to recognize that black can afford one extra move, can break its tempo, because white has no chance of preventing the checkmate from h file. There are two things that white can try to do, but both of them are going to spectacularly fail. First thing that white can do right now is bringing the bishop to e2 with the idea of blocking the h file check when the rook comes on h8. However, that's going to be completely useless. Bishop comes to h5, rook h5 is checkmate. Since this queen is blocking the g1 square, in this case, white will try to sacrifice its queen to free up one more square for the king. But that's not going to work as well. After rook to a8, white will sacrifice its queen and will get nothing in return, unfortunately, followed by rook b4 with the idea of coming to h4 and preventing the rook check. Let's see how that works out. We will simply take on f1 check. We will ignore the h file altogether. Rook a2, rook b2, rook b2 again. The king tries to escape, and queen h5 checkmate. If you have any comments and feedback about my videos, please do share them on YouTube. Also, please like and subscribe my channel. I'll keep bringing new and improved chess puzzle themes for you as frequently as I possibly can. With that, it's the Chess Puzzler signing out. Thank you.